Hank McLean does not lose in the way villains usually lose. He doesn't die in a blaze of fire. He doesn't get dragged away in chains. He doesn't stand in front of a tribunal and answer for what he's done. Instead, he deletes himself. In front of his own daughter, he presses a button and erases the part of his mind that knows who she is, what he's done, and why any of it matters. And at first that feels shocking. It feels sudden. It feels cruel. It feels like a twist designed purely to hurt the audience. But the truth is, if you look closely, Hank's mind wipe is not a twist at all. It is the most honest thing he ever does, because that moment is not Hank giving up. It is Hank winning. From the beginning of Fallout, Hank's worldview is built on one simple idea. People cannot be trusted. If people are free, they will make bad choices. If they make bad choices, society collapses. If society collapses, chaos takes over. And chaos to Hank is the ultimate evil. So he doesn't believe in persuasion. He doesn't believe in debate. He doesn't believe in mutual understanding. He believes in control. When people don't behave, you don't reason with them. You rewrite them. That philosophy defines everything Hank becomes. It defines how he treats Vault-33. It defines how he treats Lucy. It defines how he treats the wasteland. And eventually, it defines how he treats himself. Hank does not see himself as a father first. He sees himself as a function. We see this clearly when he reaches the abandoned Vault-Tec offices. Most people would feel nostalgia, relief, grief, anger. Hank feels none of that. He puts on a suit, he makes coffee, he reports for duty. He leaves a voicemail like an employee clocking in after the end of the world, because in his mind, the apocalypse never ended the company. The company ended the world, and he still works for it. This is crucial to understanding him. Hank's identity is not dad, it is not leader, it is not even villain, it is asset. He is a tool that exists to serve a system, and tools are not allowed to have inconvenient emotions. This is where the mind control implant becomes more than just a piece of technology. It becomes Hank's religion. He never describes the device as brainwashing. He describes it as therapy, as mercy, as healing. He says it removes trauma, it cleans pain, it plants better ideas, it makes people good. To Hank, human suffering is a software bug, and the implant is the patch. That's why the irreversible nature of the process matters so much. Once the wipe begins, it cannot be undone. Which means, in Hank's mind, this is not violence, it is salvation. He genuinely believes that erasing someone's past is how you fix them, and that belief is what makes his final choice possible. Because when he wipes himself, he is not breaking his values, he is proving that he believes in them. He is practicing what he preaches. Throughout the series, we see what this technology is really for. In the Shady Sands flashback, a man walks into a city with a bomb. He repeats the same line over and over. He is bleeding. He is empty. He is not a person anymore. He is a delivery system. The implant turns human beings into tools. And Hank didn't just discover that technology. He refined it. He miniaturized it. He made it harder to detect, harder to resist, harder to escape. His goal was never to control a few people. It was to create a world where you wouldn't even know who was still free, where obedience was invisible, where resistance was obsolete. So when Hank wipes his own mind, he is not doing something new. He is completing the same project. Eliminate resistance, eliminate risk, eliminate the messy human part, including his own. Now look at the scene itself. Lucy finally has him. She implants him. For a moment, he becomes cooperative. He tells her the truth. He admits that people have already been released into the world, that they are running instructions, old instructions, long-term instructions, plans written decades or centuries ago, plans designed to unfold slowly, like a trap that doesn't close until you're already inside it. And then Lucy asks the final question, what are the instructions? That is the line Hank will not cross, because if he crosses it, he becomes a liability, he becomes a leak, he becomes weak. And in Hank's world, weak links get fixed. So he reaches into his suit, he pulls out his own controller, and he erases himself. This is not panic, this is procedure. It is the same logic as a spy carrying a poison capsule, not because they want to die, but because they cannot be captured with the information inside them. Hank's capsule isn't death, it is oblivion. No memory means no confession. No confession means no leverage. No leverage means no accountability. He becomes untouchable. But strategy is only part of it. The other part is emotional. Because Lucy is not just chasing answers, she is chasing closure. She is chasing a version of her life that made sense. A childhood that wasn't built on lies. A family that wasn't fake. A father who wasn't a monster. She learns that Hank tracked down her mother. that he was tied to shady sands, that her mother became a feral ghoul, that Lucy had to kill her. That trauma is unbearable, and Lucy needs Hank to sit in it with her, to feel it, to own it, to say, I did this, I'm sorry. But Hank refuses. Instead of facing her pain, he deletes himself. He removes the part of his mind that could feel guilty. It is the cruelest dodge possible. He doesn't just avoid responsibility, he destroys the part of himself that could be held responsible. It is emotional cowardice disguised as sacrifice. At the same time, there is a twisted version of love in this. The showrunner even hints at it. In Hank's warped logic, he may believe he is sparing Lucy. If she brings him to justice, she may have to kill him. She may have to become something she doesn't want to be. So he takes that choice away. But notice how he does it. He doesn't trust Lucy to decide. He decides for her. He controls her future the same way he controls everything. It is not healthy love. It is control dressed up as protection. I'm doing this for your own good. The most dangerous sentence in Hank's vocabulary. Now zoom out, because Hank's loyalty does not end with Vault-Tec. Season 2 makes it clear that Vault-Tec is not the final boss. It is a mask. Something larger is listening, intercepting, activating Phase 2, moving pieces on a wasteland chessboard. Hank knows this. That's why he leaves messages. That's why he talks about progress. That's why he promises usefulness. He wants to remain valuable. And when Lucy corners him, his training takes over. Protect the mission, above all else, even above self. This is why his mind wipe feels like corporate martyrdom. He doesn't die for the system. He deletes himself for it. He sacrifices identity instead of life. He becomes the perfect employee forever. This connects to a larger theme in Fallout. Institutional forgetting. America destroyed the world, then tried to rebuild the same system, same greed, same corporations, same power structures, same slogans. Instead of confronting what it did, it erased it. Hank embodies that. He has blood on his hands, so he scrubs it away, and if he can do it to himself, he can do it to everyone. Peace through amnesia, stability through ignorance, harmony through silence. It is authoritarianism disguised as kindness. This is why Hank fears one thing more than death: loss of control. Lucy takes control by implanting him. Hank takes it back by erasing himself. He finds the one move that makes him immune. No memory, no guilt, no truth, only static. Lucy is left holding nothing, an empty father, a blank screen, a man who cannot explain, cannot apologize, cannot change. And that might look like mercy, until you remember who built the machine, because Hank the man is no longer the threat. Hank's work is. The people he seated still exist. The programming still exists. The plan is still moving. Phase 2 is still coming. The real danger is not the villain, it is the idea. The idea that you can erase a person and call it kindness, that you can delete dissent and call it peace, that you can rewrite humanity and call it progress. Hank proves it works, and that is the most terrifying part. So was the mind wipe a sacrifice, or was it an escape? The answer is both. It is self-punishment and self-protection. It is loyalty and cowardice. It is love and control. It is martyrdom and evasion. In Hank's world, those things are indistinguishable because he does not believe in moral reckoning. He believes in system maintenance, and when the system is threatened, even by his own conscience, he removes it. Hank did not run. He erased the corner. He turned guilt into silence, truth into static, a father into a blank screen, all to protect a future Lucy is not allowed to see. If he can do this to himself, imagine what he has already done to the world. So the real question is not where Hank is going. The real question is, who has already been programmed, and what are they about to do?